and welcome back to my channel. My name is Martina, and today I'm going to share with you my experience with three different ovulation test kits. So I started my TTC journey, I started it a long time ago in terms of planning, but actively sort of tracking my ovulation and seeing a doctor and all of that. I started that back in April. Actually, I started checking my ovulation even before that. I believe I started that in March. So the first thing I got, because I just wanted to first get a general idea of how my cycle was, just to see if there was a pattern. So I started using, and I wanted to do it cheaply. I didn't want to spend a lot of money initially, especially because I'm just trying to see, am I ovulating, and B, when that might be. So I started off with this. This is the Easy Home Ovulation Test Kit. I'll see, actually, it also comes with 50 LH tests, which tells you luteinizing hormone, which tells you if you are ovulating. And then it comes with 20 HCG tests, which then tells you, whether or not you're pregnant. And I've used both. I used the LH tests for about a month and a half or so, almost 2 months, to see if I was ovulating and when I was ovulating. I'll show you what it looks like. So what I do is I have these little Tupperware cups, very tiny, about a quarter cup, and I just designated one to be my pee cup. And so I would urinate inside of the little cup, and every morning insert this test strip. It's sort of hard to see. I would insert this test strip up to the black line, and for about 3 seconds, and then just see if there was a second line there, how faint it was. When it was, so there's a test line. I wish I could show this to you. There is a test line. I'm not going to use one now. And then there is the line that tells you whether or not you're ovulating. So I used that, and it worked really well, actually. I was surprised. I was definitely able to see when I ovulated. It was sort of hard to tell when you're in that high fertility versus ovulation, but once I kind of went through it, I saw, okay, on day 14, I ovulated. And then the second time around, I started to use the test strips, but then I had made the doctor's appointment and thought, if I'm going to try, this was in April, I thought if I'm going to try to get pregnant in June, I should use both the test strip and use one of these, which is the Clear Blue Advanced Ovulation Test. It's digital test, and it has 3 different little icons that tell you different things. So the open circle here tells you, okay, you're not ovulating, you have low LH. And then the second here tells you like you're in a high fertility stage. And then the last tells you that you're at your peak fertility and that you are ovulating. So I took this test, and let me just tell you that test really screwed me over. It really did. Using this Clear Blue Advanced Ovulation Test really screwed me over. So I was, again, using both. I started around day 10 this time because I figured, okay, it'll likely be around, 14 or 15 this time, or even 13. So I thought, okay, I'll start testing on day 10. So I started using the little test strips and the advanced ovulation test from Clear Blue. The Clear Blue test for a period of like 10 days said I was at this stage, the high fertility stage. So I thought, okay, am I crazy or what? Like, it just kept saying, even on day 14, day 15, day 16, it just kept saying high fertility. And then suddenly it went back down to low. And I was like, what the However, on this test, the Easy Home test, the little test strips, it said that I ovulated on day, I think that month it was day 15. And I'm like, what the hell? So I spoke to the nurse at my fertility clinic, and she's like, which digital she's like, did you use the digital test? I said, yes. She's like, well, that should be fine. But when I explained to her that I was using the advanced Clear Blue, she's like, oh no, we definitely don't recommend that. She's like, we don't actually recommend that particular test because so many women have actually missed their window of opportunity because of that test. And so she's like, I would prefer you to either continue using the test strips or use this one. So Clear Blue also makes this digital, just a regular digital ovulation test with your two most fertile days there. The other one is meant to, so the difference is that the advanced tells you it identifies your 4 or more fertile days. Whereas this test, which is the more simple test with 2 icons of, no LH surge or LH surge, that one is more effective. And indeed it was. I was able to proceed in June. And in June, this month, I actually used, again, both the Easy Home. So I would use the Easy Home first. And if that one showed like a dark line, then I'd switch over to the digital and then, get a reading. And that definitely worked for me. That totally worked for me. And I was so happy. So happy. This advanced Clear Blue really stressed me out and made me feel like I was losing my mind, because I clearly could see on the test strips that I had ovulated, or I thought I did. I thought, well, maybe this is just me being like really fertile, but not enough to release an egg or something in the month. And I'm like, oh God, like this is I'm gonna have to have more tests done, or I'm going to have fertility issues. Like, it led me down this really weird rabbit hole. But thank God my nurse told me to get this one. Again, I'm showing it again because please do not get the other one with the 3 icons. Keep it simple. Or I also highly recommend using the Easy Home. Like either the regular Clear Blue or this one works perfectly fine. And it really helped me out. So my recommendation again is the Easy at Home or the Clear Blue Digital with the 2 most fertile days, not the 4 most fertile days. Because the other one will drive you nuts and is not accurate. At least it wasn't for me, and I've heard from other people as well that actually a friend of mine who was using it, she missed her fertile window because of that. So just keep that in mind when you're shopping. Don't waste your money on this. Do not waste your money on this at all. Maybe it works for some, but my experience and the experience of a friend of mine, as well as my nurse at the fertility clinic, it's a no-go on that. No-go. Anyway, that's it for me. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and come back again. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell, wherever that bell is, so that you can keep track of when I'm uploading videos. It's definitely every Saturday, but sometimes I feel like uploading on a Wednesday. So you want to keep up with that, right? I think so. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.